I have imposter syndrome, big time, because I first started off as a singer. And I thought that was going to be the route that I took. And then life changed things, and I ended up acting by a fluke. Hi, my name is Da'Vine Joy Randolph, and this is On the Rise. Every job still feels very new, and I'm shocked when I get cast or have these opportunities to do these jobs. So I'm learning as I go, and I feel nervous to be like, I'm an actor, but I'm an actor. When I read the script, Lost City to me was a modern take or adaptation on Romancing the Stone.
There were just hundreds of snakes in this temple just waiting for us to show up.
What? Why aren't they biting that guy?
This is ridiculous. Delete, delete, delete.
A writer who writes romance novels, so like the ones that you see as you're like leaving the supermarket and you have like the Fabio on the cover. So that's Channing Tatum. And he is like the model for these romance novels who takes his job very serious. Sandra Bullock plays the writer. I play her best friend / publicist / manager, all encompassing. I do it all. Basically, she gets kidnapped by Harry Potter, AKA Daniel Radcliffe. I have to say, it is so deliciously wonderful to see him play a villain. Cause you're like, oh, all those years when you were the sweet little boy, you actually wanted this side to come out too. And so Channing and myself and my assistant go to find her.
If I don't get to this island, my friend and her cover model are going to die.
I am driving.
I first called myself a singer young. I think other people call me a singer, and I owned it. I'm good at this. I have a talent for this, a good ear, rhythm, those types of things. I could mimic things that I could hear on the radio or on a CD. Back then, I was a pretty wacky kid, had lots of energy. No one in my family have the like performance gene. My mom was always like, sing that thing you learned this week, or show them that dance, or so I was always performing for family and friends. Now, whether they just thought it was a cute kid thing, maybe, but it was full production, hair, makeup, wardrobe, the whole nine. I was very into it. I'm from Philadelphia, so I thought I very much so had a New York vibe. My school was a theater school, so I thought, Broadway, if anything. And when I got here to New York, they had me meeting everyone. I booked a musical, Ghost the Musical, based off of the movie. The lady who was doing on the West End had got hurt. And so they decided to fly me from here the day after Thanksgiving to London. They taught me the role in 4 days. I went on for the 5th day. I had made my career debut on the West End, which is unheard of. It was the wildest thing. The next week I had 5 auditions, and I ended up booking in 1 week The Good Wife, an original play at the Atlantic Theater Company. And then I ended up doing Robin Williams' last movie, and everything just kind of fell into place. But that's kind of how my life has been. I'm definitely not in the driver's seat by any means necessary, but I've now grown to see all the amazing things that come out of it. So I've learned to relinquish control and just be willing to be open to what is literally handed to me. I just got finished doing Rustin. Netflix is doing Bayard Rustin, and I get to portray Mahalia Jackson. And that was something, and speaking of intent, that was in the quiet, buried pages of my journal that I was I want to play Mahalia Jackson. My worlds are merging now, and I really want to personally produce and begin doing biopics of women in general, obviously, but certain Black women who were entertainers. It's really nice to see those worlds meld. And I've always joked and said, as my retirement, I would then full-blown go into singing and just retire in Europe and be an opera singer. My favorite role is probably Charisse from High Fidelity. Does she seem sadder than usual, or is it the sweater?
Sweater.
To have that much freedom and play, and to be filming in the city that you're in. That's huge, and that doesn't always happen. To have the great privilege to work alongside Zoe Kravitz and to see her be such a boss and do so many things at once and see it all come together was so amazing. There was so much love for that character that was felt and given and put into. It was just all encompassing. It was amazing. The city is a whole nother character. You can't fight it. They're a part of it. You'll have people across the street watching you while you're working, people screaming like, I want to be in it, you know what I mean? Or they'll walk in. It's amazing. I mean, at this point, right, I think I've had so many wonderful experiences of like Eddie Murphy and Tracy Morgan, Steve Martin, Martin Short. I'm at least feel comfortable in the arena. I'm no longer like, trepidatious, because it's like someone teaching a kid how to swim, they just throw you in there. So eventually you're like, oh, okay, I figured out how to stay afloat. The biggest high of my career was Dolomite from start to finish. Eddie Murphy was so gracious. He told the studio whatever press he does, he wanted to make sure I did as well. And that's beyond. I would say the two biggest moments, one having a heart-to-heart with him when we wrapped. And then I would say when we world premiere, tons and tons of people in that theater. And we all came out and they gave Eddie a standing ovation. And then it came to me and they gave me a standing ovation. And I never expected anything like that. And it was overwhelming. At this point, I do not feel as though I've made it. I respect this craft and the people who are in it, and I know what I strive for. I do think I am on the path, and things are starting to resonate and stick, and I'm very grateful for that. My thing is like, be a good person, love what you love, work hard at it, and I feel as though the world takes care of you. I would be insane to think that I've made it. I do think I want to continue to see that through. There's still an excitement. What other interesting stories, even that I would want to bring to the table, could I do? So it's like a deeper meaning for me than celebrity or famous. I got my dog, a Frenchie. She's so cute, Ella. I got her, and then 2 weeks later, I booked a movie. And now, when her carrier comes out, she knows we're going to the airport. And she jumps in there. I put a little outfit on her. Oh, she's the star of any airport. Now, she's famous. I'm not. They don't care. They don't want to take a picture of me. They're like, can I take a picture of your dog? All of this is very surreal for me. I thought I was going to tour the world, living in Europe and being an opera singer. Every job, every time I'm on a set, there's always this euphoric moment. I never thought this, so it's extremely overwhelming, if I'm honest, and humbling.